Hey everybody, Dr. LeGrand here, and I'm excited to talk about my over 2 months now of doing alternate day fasting, what my results are. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about my results, so let's go ahead and dive in the video right now. Hey, what's up everybody? Dr. LeGrand here. If you are new here and want to follow my journey as far as losing 40 pounds using alternate day fasting, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And also, if you like this video, go ahead and give us a like and also hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any other future videos, because we talk about all different types of fasting videos on this channel and also my journey as far as using alternate day fasting, losing, 40 pounds, and then of course, all the sciences behind when it comes to fasting. So as you guys are all aware, we are in a big pandemic and of course we are quarantined. So this really was frustrating for me. So I'm going to talk about first kind of frustrations and then I'll go and dive into the results right after that. But it has changed a little bit of my dynamics as far as my exercise routine and when it comes to using alternate day fasting. And if you guys are new, just coming on and following my journey, I've been doing 36-12 where I fast for 36 hours. And then we'll eat the next 12 hours. That's what I've been doing consistently for the past 2 months, actually more than 2 months. It's about been 10 weeks now. This is my 10th week going in and doing alternate day fasting. But the biggest frustration that I found, since everybody has to quarantine, is they shut down the gyms. That was really frustrating for me because I have a hard time getting motivated doing at-home exercises, watching those videos. I've been keeping up with my running and I've been doing, push-ups, sit-ups, different types of at-home exercises. But certainly the gym keeps me motivated to keep on consistent. This happens to me, I swear, all the time. It's like I'll be consistent for 2 months or so and then something happens, and of course this had to happen, but it's not gonna stop me. I'm like, I am not going to stop. I'm not going to go back to what I was doing. I'm not going to stop exercising just because we have to be in quarantine. So I said, okay, you know what, I'm going to still keep up with my running. I could still go running every day or at least 5 days out of the week, and then here and there do some at-home exercises. So that's what I've been doing to try to still continuously be losing weight along with doing the alternate day fasting. The other kind of struggles that I've kind of found is that initially, a couple weeks ago, as I was losing the inches, that was great. But sometimes we always want to kind of see sometimes on the scale start coming down. And in this week, I've actually lost more weight than I have in the previous, 3 or 4 weeks. If you guys have been following my journey, I've only been losing about 1 to 2 pounds every 2 weeks. So it has slowed down. So it's changed significantly. And what I have lost this time, and if you guys look at this picture from the very beginning of the thumbnail, if you guys want to put in your guesses of how much I have lost overall and how much I have lost in the last 2 weeks. So put in your guesses in the comment section below as what I lost for the past 2 months, just over 2 months, so 10 weeks, as well as what I have lost in the last 2 weeks. So the drum roll, as far as what I've lost completely over 10 weeks of doing alternate day fasting, I have lost about 26 pounds. That's huge for me. The very first month I lost, about 20 pounds, close to 20 pounds. And then this last month, only 6 pounds. But to me, that has been really big for me. As long as I'm still losing weight and losing inches, that is huge. So these last actually 2 weeks, if you guys followed me from the last 2 weeks, I lost roughly I was about just under 218 pounds. So lost about 1 pound or 2 pounds in the last 2 weeks. These last 2 weeks, I've actually gone down to 214 pounds. So lost about almost 4 pounds. So definitely lost about 2 pounds per week versus just 1 pound or a half a pound each week, which has been happening for the last about 4 weeks or so. So that is huge for me to be able to kind of see that, I'm starting to lose weight more, especially during this quarantine time where I'm not able to go to the gym as much. Now, the question might be, okay, maybe I'm not lifting as much and my body's changing. No, I'm still doing at-home exercises. I'm still doing push-ups, sit-ups, trying to do some weight-bearing exercises. It might not be as significant as I am when I'm at the gym using heavier weights, but the fact that I feel like I'm more toner, leaning down, and so those are great things. Now, as far as my results when it comes to waist size, I always kind of make these measurements, but what I have lost, what my waist size is now is 26.5 inches. And then from my butt to my waist is 41.25, and then as far as my thigh, that is 21.5 inches. And so I've basically lost about 1 inch in my thigh from 2 weeks ago, as well as lost about 1/4 inch from my butt to my thigh from 2 weeks ago previously. And then as far as my waist, I have lost 1 inch, 1.5 inches in waist since 2 weeks ago. So that's big. In 2 weeks, losing another 1.5 inches in waist and about 1 inch in, in my thigh. So these are things that are great to kind of see these types of measurements. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to measure my fat percent body fat because the gym was closed and I don't have one of those kind of handy things to measure your percent body fat here at my house. But, it's still looking at these other measurements, seeing that huge difference for me is a big deal. And then, of course, if you are new here, as far as what I was from the very beginning, as far as my weight, I was about almost 240 pounds. So going from 240 pounds to 214 pounds in just over 2 months and 10 weeks, that's huge. So losing about 26 pounds. I've never been able to actually lose that amount of weight in this short amount of time and be able to continue doing it. That's what I find that's so beneficial as far as when it comes to with alternate day fasting. I've done lots of different types of diets. I've done the keto diet for a couple months. I've done, the no sugar diet for a couple months. I've done all cleanses. I've done all sorts of different kind of extreme things, but I made, a promise to myself at the very beginning of this year that, I was like, if I was going to do this, if I was going to implement fasting, it wasn't just to use fasting to try to lose weight. I wanted to eat it, start incorporating more things that actually had to do with incorporating healthy lifestyles, eating habits, as well as incorporating exercise on a regular basis. Because I know those two things are really key when it comes to actually losing weight. And then fasting is it kind of just speeds the process to help us losing weight. But if we don't implement those really healthy eating habits and exercise routine on a consistent basis, it becomes really difficult to keep the weight off and just have a good, healthy lifestyle. So I want this to be more consistent for me, and that's something that I knew I had to do and implement more for myself. And it's been really easy as far as the challenges have definitely decreased. I mean, initially it is difficult when you're not eating and your family members are eating, especially when you're in quarantine. So if you guys are doing alternate day fasting during this quarantine process, I know it can be difficult. What I typically do is I'll usually go downstairs, work on something while my family is maybe eating dinner or something like that. But honestly, it doesn't bother me that much anymore. Once you get about 3-4 weeks into it, honestly, actually after 2 weeks, it isn't a big deal. Now, there's there's certain days. I mean, in the last 2 weeks, there was certain days that sure I wanted to eat a particular type of food because my wife, made something great. But you get used to it, and I find this lifestyle to be very manageable. Why? Because also I'm not doing a restrictive type of diet. I could do a restrictive diet. Honestly, if I wanted to do the keto diet along with this, sure, I would probably lose more weight faster that way, but I don't find that as a healthy lifestyle because when I did the keto diet, I couldn't keep up with it. After 2 months, this is something not a lifestyle I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Some people can. I couldn't. So for me, I wanted to be able to implement something that I can continue doing. And so what I do is, make sure I'm eating good healthy vegetables, healthy fats right when I break my fast. With the second meal, it might be something a little bit more light, with some proteins and stuff like that. But by dinner time, whatever my wife makes, I don't make a big deal about it. I just eat it. Whether, we decide to go out to eat, it's maybe not the best thing, but since I'm doing this every other day, it's not like I'm going to try to keep things and just restrict myself. I mean, I had a bowl of ice cream a couple times these last couple weeks. And guess what? I still lost weight by doing this. And that's what's so beautiful about it. You just have to be careful not to go overboard. I've done that in the past too, where I might overconsume on the bad stuff. So try to eat all the really good stuff first. That's what I found is that I fill myself with lots of vegetables, lots of healthy fats. Those tend to really fill you up. And then towards the end of the day of the days that you're eating, when you decide to eat the little bit more junkier stuff, you don't eat as much of it. So you don't end up having a lot of inflammation because a lot of that stuff can really inflame yourself, internally, which can cause, issues of having a hard time losing the weight. But, as long as you consume a lot of the good stuff first, then it kind of doesn't make room for a lot of the bad stuff. But, you'll have those cravings and it's okay because, I'm living proof that you can still lose weight even consuming some of those things towards the end of your eating day versus the beginning of the eating day. I definitely do not recommend it for breaking your fast. You definitely need to do something that's more healthy from the very beginning. So, I hope you guys enjoy these types of videos. I try to keep you guys posted every 2 weeks. And then the other weeks, I usually post something that's different, either a different health topic or a different fasting video as far as when it comes to every week. So if you have any further questions for me, go ahead and leave that in the comment section below. video. And as always, it's Dr. LeGrand. And if you are new here, hit the subscribe button if you want to follow my journey right here. And then, of course, you can check out these other videos on fasting and following my journey. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.